The world in which investment banks operate is becoming increasingly digital. New and future clients are exposed to this transforming landscape in their daily interactions, be it to hail a cab, book their next holiday, or manage their share portfolio. Client experience is consistently being refined as expectations are evolving through the change in generations, from baby boomers to Generation Z, and now this. Vuka Solutions focused on looking forward to 2020 and critically analyzed the key themes of this digital revolution to identify the 3 largest technology or innovation opportunities for South African investment banks. Following the global financial crisis and the resultant breakdown of trust in the banking sector, regulators reacted by unleashing a myriad of regulations onto global investment banks. Regulatory compliance not only affected headline earnings, but also discretionary spend available for innovation and technology investments. Global investment banks have been relying on the established relationships between their customers and employees for growth and manual intervention to make up for system limitations. An increasing trend, however, is that agile startups are starting to compete with the investment banks, offering services such as faster processing time, lower fees, and enhanced analytic capabilities. 613 fintech companies have raised in excess of $12 billion in the first half of 2015, of which 128 are focusing on the investment bank industry. On top of this, they are not only appealing to customers, but they are also absorbing some of the top skills in the workforce that historically may have looked to ideally work for investment banks. To keep up with this change, international investment banks are making significant strides into this space by partnering with fintech companies such as R3CEV, setting up venture capital firms such as Santander Innoventures, BBVA Ventures, SPT Venture Capital, Barclays Seeker Fund, and First Round Silicon Cape, and starting in-house accelerator programs such as Barclays Accelerator and Tech Lab Africa, Accenture Innovation Lab, Level 39, and Standard Bank Playroom. The digital landscape continues to evolve, bringing with it complexity and uncertainty. As a result, Vuka Solutions would like to propose a digital roadmap that will assist banks to become digitally agile and enable them to adopt current and future technology innovations and opportunities. Firstly, banks must have a digital strategy and a dedicated team focused on optimized implementation. The second step is to get the infrastructure right. Investment banks need to be digitally ready. However, growth and innovation is being hampered by technical and process debt. Cloud computing is a model for enabling convenient, on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources that can be rapidly deployed and released with minimal management effort or service provider interaction. Secondly, we need to create collaborative environments. In the digital era, there is no longer any reason for investment banks to hold on to non-core functions. Investment banks are now partnering with A. competitor firms to create industry utilities and achieve fresh efficiencies, B. traditional technology vendors to outsource industrial functions, and C. new startups in an effort to unlock value, realize latent opportunities, and leapfrog advances that cannot be managed in-house. The final step is optimizing the trustworthiness and speed of information processing. Distributed ledgers are being hailed as a revolutionary technology that could be as disruptive as the internet was 20 years ago. A distributed ledger is a digital ledger that is distributed across a number of participants within a system. Each participant has a complete copy of the entire ledger and therefore negates the need for further processing of information in order to standardize and reconcile. By its very nature, this significantly reduces operational risk and end-to-end processing time. The technology is a solution waiting for a problem to be identified. In conclusion, investment banks in their journey to 2020 and beyond need to build digitally agile and technology-sound operations, simplify processes and focus on delivering value to their clients by migrating off legacy systems onto new technology, build collaborative environments with customers, employees and industry to leverage off untapped talent and streamline internal processes, focus on the building of secure and trusted infrastructure. All this needs to be done so that when new technology is discovered, it can be quickly tested, challenged, and if found worthy, adopted to deliver an enhanced customer experience.